r/AskReddit created by routinereddit. If you could call yourself 10 years ago and speak for 1 minute, what would you say? Buy Bitcoin and sell at 19,000. You have a full minute. Go into more detail. Write this down or record this somehow. Wait maybe 10 to 20 seconds for them to get a writing implement or start their phone recording. Buy and mine as much Bitcoin as you can now. Sell at $1,140 the 12th of April 13. Buy at $180 the 14th of January 14. Sell at $19,300. The 16th of December 17. Buy at $3,220 the 15th of December 18. Sell at $12,900 the 26th of June 19. And cash out. You could easily get all that out in well under a minute. Probably more depending on how fast you can write it down. If fast you can record it somehow, even better. Back in 2010 you could buy bitcoins for 6 cents each. 6 cents. You could get 1,000 coins for $60. Starting with 1,000 coins and selling and buying at the rates mentioned above, you'd come out of it with $489 million from an initial investment of $60. Change that investment from $60 to $600 and you come out with $4.89 billion. If you buy and sell at a few more troughs and peaks you could make even more, but then you would kinda be pushing it on how much info you could get out in that 1 minute phone call and have your past self accurately write it all down. I'm pretty goddamn sure 2009 me could scrape together $600 if they really tried. I admire the effort you put into this. You must be hoping past you can see current use Reddit comments. Past me definitely would have taken over a minute to find paper and pen. Yeah, I would have been happy with buy Bitcoin for pennies, it will hit 19k at some point. Then you would also have time to prove that you are you from the future. It would sound like some sort of scam to me. Hello, I'm you from 10 years in the future. Quick, spend a lot of money on Bitcoin. No thanks. Hangs up. You did X and you never told anyone. I'm you. That's how I know. Now start writing, you little crap. We are gonna be rich. I probably wouldn't have answered the phone, so it would all be saved in my voicemail. Same. Only I wouldn't have checked the voicemail either. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. Bro, you need to chill out, it gets worse. My dang free trial expired. Cancel subscription. Click, bang, splat. The It Gets Better campaign was a lie. Then, no, because it will get better. If it doesn't, still, eventually you'll die, and if things haven't gotten better, death would qualify as better, so it's still true. Happy cake day. Do not date Susan, she will ruin your life. Freaking Susan. Isn't that how this problem started in the first place? You see, that's how this all began. That smile. The dang smile. Plot twist, your future soulmate also has the name Susan. But now you past self never dates anyone named Susan, leading to ruining your life. Were you the genie Aladdin freed? More of a r/monkey spore thing. That's some Twilight Zone kind of twist. Don't eat the apple pie at grandma's house. She forgot to rinse the pan, so the whole pie will taste like soap. My grandma made cake once after spraying the pan with garlic flavored Pam. Had her, it was awful. OMG, you just reminded me of the last time I made banana bread. The vanilla and mint extract bottles look very similar, and I started pouring out what I needed over the bowl, only to realize I was about to add in mint, not vanilla. I narrowly avoided a gross disaster. Garlic cake sounds like one of those gross disasters, lol. I was attempting to make a pumpkin cheesecake. I had bought a pie pumpkin, cooked it, strained it, took and reduced the juice for maximum pumpkin flavor. I had handpicked this pumpkin too. So at this point we are at 2 days of work before I even started the cheesecake itself. Not only do we have the work, but we also have the fact that each cheesecake alone at cost is $12 to $14 depending on cream cheese price. Throw in a pie pumpkin and you're looking at close to $20. I began to add the ingredients into the cheesecake, and it needs more cinnamon. I grabbed what I think is cinnamon and began to pour generously. Almost all of my spice bottles come from the same company. They all have the exact same style label. I begin to smell onions. No clue where it's coming from. My dummy continues pouring it into the Bowl. I lean over the bowl and a huge waft of onion comes barreling at me. I feel a boulder drop in my gut, and I turn the spice around to reveal onion powder. The sound that came out of me when I noticed it was inhuman. Like a cross between an injured animal and an angry banshee. Are your spice bottles opaque? I'm trying to figure out how you couldn't tell, on site without a label, the difference. The jar is covered by 98% of the label. There is a small space at the bottom that doesn't have a label coverage. I was just a moron and wasn't paying attention. I'm the only one who cooks and grabbed where the spice usually was. So it was a combo of not paying attention and lack of organization. You best bet I look at every label now. Tell mom and grandma you love them. They won't be here in 10 years. I slowed down my scrolling for a second. Hope you coped well with your loss, brother. The Reddit equivalent of taking your hat off for the procession. Not op, but it's a loss that you can't just cope with. It's a void that will never be healed. At least it is when you're young and are the one to discover your mom cold to the touch. It makes you realize that at some point you'll be alone with no one to look to, and life is just cruel reality with no future. Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. If you can cope, then freaking cope. Some people can't cope, and they can do nothing about it. No need to black pill people. In 10 years time you will get the opportunity to call yourself at this time for 1 minute. You now have 10 years to prepare something good to say. You have nailed it. Wait, so it's my fault now that I'm the same idiot in 10 years. Oh, wait. It is. Okay. Don't live your life according to what your mom wants you to do. Do what you want to do. Wish I was told that when I was younger. I have been told this constantly for a few years, and I still find it hard to do. I actually ran away a month before university started because I panicked. I didn't want to do what I was pressured into. I'm not sure if that worked out well for me or it would have been better the other way around. I ended up developing health problems that would have screwed me over regardless what career I had, what I had studied. But she still tries, 10 years later, to tell me my life would have been so much better off if I had just listened to her. Don't do it. Parents can advise and help direct you lightly when you need that help. But to force choices onto someone because it's in their best interests without actively listening to them isn't okay. My mom desperately wanted me to avoid making the same mistakes she did because she wasn't happy in her life. It was easier to try and live through me than to fix her own life. Your life is your own. Rise up and live it. So much this. Of course you should consider her advice, but in the end you should make your own choices. Unless her own life is in chaos and she can't handle her business. Why accept advice from that person? Mom or not? Obviously. Finish school, you a-hole. Indeed. I would probably add and stop drinking so freaking much. As someone that's currently living in a halfway house, that was my first thought. But then I realized I probably wouldn't listen to me, so I'd just rattle off major sports upsets. If I'm gonna drink into oblivion, I guess I would have rather done it with a little more cash in my pocket. For the love of God, get your driver's license. If you don't, you're going to get hit by a car. Similarly, I'll let past me know which day to skip biking and take the bus. I already looked enough like Harry Potter and now I have a scar on my forehead. Okay, now you really have to post a picture. Ironic in a way. But here's the plot twist. It was future you that hit you. With the car he got a license for. I will read the crap out of this writing prompt. Somebody send this into Nalan. Or you could do a predestination and literally go screw yourself. 2 things. First, I'd tell him that it would work out. Give him the name of the company that will hire him in 8 months. Maybe he can get in earlier. 2. Bitcoin. Buy/mine as much as you can and sell at $15,000. What if you gave him the name of the company, he applied early and they weren't interested in hiring him at that time and he couldn't apply again for another year? I'm pretty sure the Bitcoin would cover that anyways, lol. Yeah, forget the job, just retire. Is your refrigerator running? You should catch it before it goes away. You may laugh, but in 10 years it may become truth. I felt that. Invest in Apple and you aren't marrying that girl you're seeing right now. Crap, if anything, Bitcoin 10 years ago was dirt cheap.
Yeah, but I can't be bothered explaining that to my stupid 18-year-old. But within a minute. Present you. Buy Bitcoin, sell it when it's near 19k. Past you. What's Bitcoin? Present you. Doesn't matter.